time for something a little different. In my last video, I gave you guys a tour of our minimalist home. It seems like you guys loved this video, and it's something I thoroughly enjoyed filming. But something you may have noticed is that I didn't show any images of our bathroom. This is because small spaces like these are incredibly difficult to film or photograph, as you end up being backed up against a wall, unable to fit everything you need in the frame, which can be a huge problem for architects or interior designers trying to showcase their work through photography. However, there is a solution. The sponsor for today's video is Fiverr, and they've challenged me to go on their website and blow some of their cash on a handful of visualization artists to somehow showcase my design for our home's compact bathroom. So what we're going to do is type up a generic brief to send to a handful of CGI artists on Fiverr and send them each a couple of drawings and a rough SketchUp model, plus 11 rubbish photographs of the space to see what they can come up with. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So first up is Luongo 201. No idea if I'm saying that correctly, which says, I will create minimal interior-exterior design with realistic render. Minimal, okay, basic $30. We will go for one of those. Okay, next up is Denark. I will create high-quality photorealistic interior renders. That is what we are after. Small room rendering, $50. Next is Next Architect. Okay, so he's an architect. Says, I will create realistic exterior or interior design render. Standard, $70. All right. Natalia Kirst 847. I will design high quality modern 3D interior renderings. For this one, we'll go for the premium, very complex and detailed renderings of your space, $90. Okay, next up is Palmira Romo. I will do beautiful interior architecture rendering. Perfect. We will go for the standard for $95 for one high quality, realistic interior render. Okay, moving up into the big bucks. Dream Build 25. I will give you amazing interior exterior rendering. We are gonna go premium. Highest quality rendering. Provide the most realistic rendering, the highest quality of 3D interior exterior, and 4 revisions. And maybe one more. We will go with Chill. I will create photorealistic interior 3D renderings, and we will go for the standard package. This guy is a Fiverr Pro, verified in architecture and interior design. We'll go for one standard render for $250. I'll make one standard visualization of your architectural project with a nicer interior. One revision. All right, let's see what you've got, Fiverr Pro. So what we'll do is we'll come back in a week's time and see what they've come up with. Let's do this. Okay, jumping right in at $30 is Luongo 201. So that's about the price of the 2 Domino's pizzas I ordered last night. My stomach's still kind of hurting from that actually. Okay, for $30, that is not bad. It's a good idea of the space. It's accurate lighting. The only thing I will say is that the tiles are way off. I mean, this looks a bit like a chessboard. And it doesn't look like the sink is rendered properly at all. It looks really kind of chunky. There's no door frame as well. And the image is really grainy when you zoom in. I mean, it's not great, but for $30, it's not bad. Okay, moving up now to $50 is Denark. Wow. So he didn't give me just one image, but he gave me 2. And man, this looks amazing. He's fully accessorized it. You've got towels in there. You've got a few little hand soaps. You've got toilet roll. I mean, the second image, you've even got a bathrobe as well. It looks great. This shows a great amount of creativity. When you zoom in as well, there's an insane attention to detail. Like the door frame is spot on. You've got the shower tray and screen. It looks like it's been modeled to absolute perfection. The lighting, again, is great. the tiles, the way the tiles are set out, it looks like exactly as they are in the photographs. Denark, he sent this as a first draft, so this was really early. And I didn't actually ask for him to accessorize the space, but I thought I'd just ask and see if he'd include the same images, but without the accessories. So he actually sent these two images over as well. And they look absolutely amazing. I mean, I would put this on my website. I'm honestly struggling to point out anything wrong with these images. I mean, you'd have to pay a lot of money to a visualization company to get these done. These are some incredible images. If I really had to find something, I mean, maybe if you zoom into the tiles, they're a little bit goofy around the edges. That's not quite accurate, but it's absolutely insane that you can get this for $50. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. Moving up now to $70 is Next Architect. In their bio, it says that they're an architect, so I have high hopes. So this guy offered no revisions and he did it really quickly. And at first glance, I mean, the spotlight beam angle looks pretty good. It's quite sharp, but when you really look into some of these objects, there's a lot of streaking going on. You can see it in the flush plate. There's also some really basic mistakes as well. So the mirror frame isn't white, whereas in the photos and in the screenshots and the model it is. In the mirror reflection, it shows a tiled wall behind you, which isn't there. The shower screen is also wrong. He's just shown one solid piece of glass, which isn't what was in the images at all. There's no shower tray as well. This has shown it as a wet room. And the door, again, no frame on the door. So from someone who claims to be an architect, I really expected more. The attention to detail really isn't great, especially with all of the information that I sent out. Looks like Denark is in the lead. Okay, so next up is Natalia Kirst 847 KRST at $90 whole. It's got a door frame, which is good. I'd like to say the lighting is good, but the shadows are a bit sharp. And the shower screen and the shower tray, they're not right. The toilet isn't right either, and the tiles look kind of green. The accessories are a nice touch. And there's something about this image that I do like, but there's just so many things that aren't quite right about it. Honestly, if a little more attention had been paid to these things, this would be pretty decent, but not quite there. Okay, moving swiftly on is Palmyra Romo at $95. Wow, this is actually pretty good. It has a kind of softness to it, and it's quite warm, which I kind of like, but I mean, this is down to preference. The reflections all seem pretty good. The toilet and the basin, they're pretty accurate, and the shower screen is accurate. The only thing I will say is that the image is cropped, so you can't actually see the door, which is a bit of a shame, and you can't really see much of the marble wall on the shower. The top of the image, it doesn't look like the spotlight beam angle is quite right, as it's still quite bright at the top, whereas realistically, if you've got the spotlights coming down from the ceiling, you're getting a lot of shadow at the top of the room. So they actually sent this image over quite early and they offered a revision, so I asked if they could change a couple of these things, and this is what I got. Okay, so with this revision, we got the door and the frame in, which looks like it's modeled pretty accurately, but the image has got way brighter and it doesn't look like the beam angle in the spotlights has changed at all. It's a bit of a shame because even though the door's in right now, the image has just got way too washed out. Still not as good as Denark, but I think Palmyra takes a solid second place with this. Okay, it is time. Now we're moving into the big bucks. Dream Build 25 at $200. Okay. So like Denark, we didn't get one, but we got two images, which is nice. One thing I'll say about these two images is that the lighting looks like it's being hit by the evening sun out of the doorway. I mean, it would be great if I could open my bathroom door onto Laguna Beach, but I don't think that's the look we're going for. So they actually sent me this image quite early, so I asked for a revision and this is what I got. Not bad. But we're missing a reflection from the mirror in the first image, and it still doesn't look like it's being lit from the ceiling. Seeing as we still had some time left, I gave them one more chance, and this is what I got. Okay, so I don't even know where that reflection is going, and it looks like they've just kind of brushed the ceiling black in Photoshop. It's kind of blotchy. At the final price of $250 is our Fiverr Pro Chill. I have to say, I expected more for $250. There's no door frame, and the flush plate looks kind of odd. How about we go back and compare that with one of Denark's images? I think we have a clear winner here. Denark, congratulations, you are the winner of today's challenge. We didn't get one image, but we got 4 images for $50, which is absolutely insane. All of this just goes to show that in the creative field, you don't necessarily have to spend a lot in order to get a lot. What's really crazy though is that before Fiverr, you may have had to have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to get imagery like this produced. But now, with the help of Fiverr, you have access to hundreds of thousands of incredible artists from all around the world at your very fingertips. What's more is Fiverr offers a vast array of additional services such as logo design, writing, audio production and more. And if you think you've got the skills, you too can also offer your services on Fiverr as a great way to earn an income online. I also just want to say that I have been critiquing these images heavily, and what these guys have done is absolutely incredible for the average person's needs. I highly doubt that I would have been able to get imagery like this produced at this insanely low price point without them. So if you're undertaking a design project of your own, or even just remodeling your living room, I'd highly recommend checking them out. So I've left all of their links in the description down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video, and if you did, let me know down in the comments section below, and maybe we can produce something similar in the near future. Finally, I just want to say a huge thank you to Fiverr for making this video happen, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.